Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a review on 3 of the new L'Oreal products for spring 2016. And first I want to say that I know that I look absolutely crazy. I look like an 80s clown with this color eyeshadow and this lip color, but I wanted to wear the products that I'm going to be reviewing today so you can see what they look like on me. I wouldn't recommend this combo. Some people can wear such intense colorful makeup all over their face and they kill it, and I feel like this is a little much for me. So as you guys know, the Drugstore has been killing it lately with all of their new releases, and I picked up 3 of the new L'Oreal products. And on Nova Chief's blog a while ago, she did make a list of all of the Drugstore brands and all their new releases. So I will read you off all of the new L'Oreal products so you know what else is new. That would be the Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Brow Kit, which does have brow powders, and I think it has some tools, maybe tweezers and a spoolie in there. The Brow Stylist Definer Pencil, the Color Riche Mono Eyeshadows, Infallible Pro Contour, Contour and Highlight Palettes, Infallible Matte Mechanical Eyeliners, Infallible Black Velvet Liquid Eyeliner, True Match Lumi Cushion Compact Foundation, and the Infallible Pro Matte Glosses. Also, I want to mention that if you guys are interested in trying out any of the new L'Oreal products, go to Rite Aid, because this week at Rite Aid, L'Oreal is 40% off. So that is a fantastic time to try out a bunch of new products. So you guys know I am a drugstore girl, but there are some drugstore brands that I just don't get along with, and one of them is L'Oreal. I do like their Infallible shadows. I like some of their brow products, but overall, I do not like L'Oreal. I have not been impressed with their products, but it's my mom's favorite brand, so it's totally personal preference. I am a really picky person. If you guys have watched my reviews, you know. So I tried out 3 products. I got 1 color in each item so I can just test out the formula before I go crazy on all the colors. But before I get into the new stuff in the haul where I featured all those things, I also showed you one of the L'Oreal Gold Dust texture polishes, which are being discontinued, so they are on sale at CVS for 50% off, and I had picked up the shade Hidden Gems. So I tried wearing this the other day and it was terrible. The base was so thin, it hardly showed up. It was just like the chunky texture pieces that were showing up, not the base color, so it looked terrible. So maybe it's just this bottle, maybe it is this shade in general isn't good, so I don't recommend this one, but I do recommend the Statement piece, which is a gold base with some silver glitter. This is one of my holy grail nail polish. The texture of this particular shade is amazing. It is a fantastic texture polish, very opaque, and I do still find it to be pretty long lasting. So if you're able to get this at your CVS for 50% off, I highly recommend it because it is being discontinued. Now moving on to the new L'Oreal products, I'll show you first what the 3 things will be that I'm reviewing today. The first is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Eyebrow Pencil. I have one of the L'Oreal Mono Shadows in this shade Teal Couture, and I have a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss in Blushing Ambition. So please make sure you check down below in the description box for more details on these products. I will give you guys the price, all the shades that are available, and a direct link to the product. So first I'm going to talk about the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Eyebrow Pencil. This is what the packaging looks like, and on the Ulta website it retails for $8.99, and it comes in 3 shades: blonde, brunette, and dark brunette. So that is not a fantastic shade selection, but 3 shades is better than 1 or 2, but they could definitely improve on the shade selection. But with a lot of L'Oreal's brow products, they tend to do a light medium and medium deep. So for L'Oreal, I guess 3 shades is pretty good. So I want to show you the packaging of the actual product here. It is a very slim pencil. It is a twist up on one side, very similar to the NYX Micro Brow and the Anastasia Brow Wiz in shape and the size of the tip. And then on the other end, you do have a spoolie, which I think is really useful. So I will read you the claims from the packaging. It says, "The art of the brow made easy. Shape brows with L'Oreal Paris dual-ended brow stylist definer. This ultra-fine tip pencil is a perfect tool to recreate tiny brow hair, allowing you to precisely draw and shape your brows for a well-defined brow look. It is waterproof, ophthalmologist tested, and suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearer." And then it does have some tips for application. It says, start with clean brushed brows. Using the ultra fine tip pencil, draw the outline of your brow shape. Fill in the gap with light feathered strokes. Comb up following your arch shape using the soft blending brush for a more defined look. So you guys know I tend to do a lot of first impressions on brow products, and I always tell you guys the most important thing for me is that this product will last and that it will also draw onto brow, skin, and hair. My brows are incredibly uneven, and to get them to look as similar as possible, I really need a brow product that is going to stick to my skin. And I was extremely excited about this brow pencil at first because I love Anastasia Brow Wiz, I love the NYX Micro Brow, and this does have a tip that is just as precise as those, which is fantastic. I like a very, very fine tip because I am trying to get my brows to be even without being this big. It's kind of funny because I decided not to do a first impression on this product and just to do a review instead, because I figured I've already done a first impression on the Anastasia and NYX. This is exactly the same. Why would I bother? And I feel totally different about this one. This did not draw onto skin very well for me at all. I had to go over the same spot over and over again to get it to actually show up on my skin, which I didn't like at all. I was really surprised and really bummed out by that. I don't want to sit there and just like draw on my brows. That was something that I could work with, but it was really annoying. I also finished up this brow pencil in 1 month. For $9, no. The NYX lasts me a lot longer. That's $10, but you can use that $3.50 off $10 coupon on it. And I stocked up on mine when NYX was 40% off. So no, this is not worth $9 in my opinion. I know a lot of people have been enjoying it, but this did not stick to my skin whatsoever, and I went through it in a month. So I'm highly disappointed with this brow pencil. I like the size of the tip. The color was really fantastic for my hair. I love the shade, but with how difficult it was to stick to my skin and how important that is for my brows in particular, this is something that I will definitely not repurchase, and I wouldn't really recommend it. I do think that the NYX works better. It comes in more shades, and I also love the Anastasia. So this is definitely a miss for me. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to be rating this a 2. I don't despise the product, but I definitely don't like it. Next, moving on to the L'Oreal Color Riche Mono Shadows. I have the shade 213 Teal Couture. These are $5.99 on the Ulta website, and they come in 15 different colors. They have shimmer finishes and matte finishes, and they have neutral colors, and they have colorful bright shades. And this is one of the colorful shades. It is a very rich jewel tone color, but I feel like it is wearable for a colored shadow. It isn't, you know, a hot pink or a lime green. I feel like the more colorful shades that L'Oreal has in this line are wearable colors, but that's in my opinion. And now I'm going to read you the claims from the Ulta website. It says, L'Oreal's Color Riche Mono eyeshadows are celebrating color and its everyday expression. This collection of colors was reinvented with new technology and an easy application gesture inspired by makeup artists. These shadows include essential matte and shimmer colors for the everyday woman to build her makeup wardrobe. The benefits would be first eyeshadow with infused gel technology, intense pigments for exquisite color richness, soft velvety texture for an ultra smooth glide. So I'm glad the claims describe the texture because I was having a hard time putting a word to it, and a gel texture is definitely the right word. So when ColourPop shadows first came out, people were so confused by them because it's not a powder, it's not a cream. This is totally different from ColourPop shadows. This is like in between the dryness of a powder shadow and the somewhat creaminess of a ColourPop shadow. This is like a gel formula. When you touch it, it's really interesting. Like, you definitely just want to like rub your fingers together to try to like figure out in your mind like what is it similar to. I haven't tried any other shadows that have a similar formula to this. So the first hurdle I had to get across with this product is how do I apply it? So with my ColourPop eyeshadows, I'll first go on to my lid with a sponge tip applicator for precision, and then I'll go back in with my finger to add some more pigment intensity. So I thought maybe that would work with these shadows. Sponge tip applicator would not pick up any of the product. So sponge tip applicators do not work with this. Your fingers work with it nicely, but I feel like I'm not able to get that precision. So I was like, all right, what kind of brush will work with this? So I tried 2 different lid brushes. These are both from MAC. I have this one right here, which is the 239 shader brush, and this one here is the 242 shader brush. I got more pigment intensity with the 242 synthetic brush, so I would recommend using a synthetic brush to apply these, and it did help give me that precision so I could apply it on my lid up to the crease without getting it messy into the crease. So I did have to apply about 2 layers to fully get that intense pigment, and then I did go back over top with my finger to just pack on even more color. So my overall rating for this shadow would be a 3 out of 5. I like it, I don't love it, and that's because this texture is a little bit hard to work with. I do have to really layer it on to get that intensity, and I just don't love this texture. I would much prefer a cream shadow or a powder shadow. I really do like the L'Oreal Infallible pressed pigment shadows. I prefer that formula over this one. I find it easier to work with and it's more pigmented. This is just really like an interesting formula. Like, it picks up okay, but when you rub your fingers together, there's like resistance there. I don't think I like the gel. The gel formula I think is what's weirding me out, and I don't know how to work with it that well. I don't enjoy it. So I'm not going to be purchasing any more colors, and I'm probably not going to be gravitating towards this product unless I'm looking for this particular color, because the formula definitely is not my personal favorite. And my last product is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. So this was a limited edition product that was released quite a few months back, and then L'Oreal did decide to add this to the permanent line, which is awesome. They have done that before. The L'Oreal Lilac and Lait mattes did come out in a limited edition collection, and then actually like a couple years later they decided to make it permanent. I wish L'Oreal didn't wait so long, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm glad that these became permanent because I never tried them out when they were limited edition, because like I said, I don't really like L'Oreal products, especially their lip products, so I was hesitant to try it, but this color was so gorgeous and I had already heard good things by the time I came across this in a store. So the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Glosses retail for $9.99 on the Ulta website, and they come in 10 different shades, and the color that I have is 300 Blushing Ambition. A lot of these shades are more on the everyday neutral side. There are some deeper colors, but there aren't any like purples or hot oranges. This is probably the brightest color in the line. And I'm going to read you the claims from the Ulta website. It says L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss is their first high impact matte gloss that provides high impact velvet matte color without the dry out. The unique Pro Sculpt applicator allows you to create endless looks from a bold sculpted look to a nude ombre. The benefits are bold color intensity, lush feel, and all-day comfort. So I was very interested to try this product, and I will show you the applicator because that is definitely one of my favorite parts of this product. So this is an angled applicator that is like the same spongy material, and it does have a teardrop shape to it with a little hole in the middle that holds extra product. So I find this very easy to work with. I like using the tip of the teardrop to get around the lines of my lips and my Cupid's bow. So I will just use the edge to outline my lips, and then I will use the flat end to fill it in. That works really, really well for me. So I think that this applicator was absolutely perfect for this type of product. One thing that I found kind of upsetting is that the color you see in the tube is not what you're going to get on your lips. I want you guys to be able to see how different these two are. So on my lips, you can see this is way, way brighter than it looks in the tube. And that's a little upsetting for me because I really, really wanted this color. I thought it was such a beautiful pink, and on it's a little too bright for the kind of colors that I like. I don't really wear bright pinks like this. I think it looks nice, but it's probably not a color I'm going to gravitate towards because it's a little too bright for my preference. I wish it was more of this wearable neutral shade of pink. And compared to all the liquid lipsticks that are out there, formula-wise, this is definitely a moussey texture. It isn't really thin and really runny and watery, which I like because it's easier to work with. I'm not afraid that I'm, gonna be messy, go out of the lines, and then I'm stuck with lip color all day long. That's not gonna come off. It does have a nice velvet finish, so it isn't a super dry looking matte, but it also doesn't really have any particular shine to it. What I love about that velvety texture is that it does not emphasize lines in your lips, which is fantastic. That's probably one of the worst things for me about liquid lipsticks, is that they really emphasize every single line in your lip. So this product is really forgiving. This product is not transfer proof. as you can see, I do have product coming off here. I do find that if I take a tissue and blot the top layer, then it does help lock in that color more, and I don't have to worry as much about transfer. So I would recommend that, blotting lightly to help get rid of any of that extra creaminess that's just lying on top. But if you are doing like intense eating or drinking, it's gonna come off, but you're not gonna have to worry about it being so creamy that it's gonna get on everything. So I do find that to be pretty good. I wish that it was transfer proof, but I would say that it is transfer resistant. I find that this does last quite a few hours on my lips without eating or drinking, and it is comfortable the entire time. I have very sensitive lips that tend to be really dry most of the time, so I don't do well with drying lip products, but this does not dry my lips out whatsoever. I have no problem wearing this for several hours, and I don't feel the need to reach for a lip balm. One of the most interesting things about this product is that when you first apply it, your lips feel warm and tingly a little bit. The first time I applied it, it really like weirded me out, like what's happening on my lips. I don't think it hurts. I know a lot of people don't like plumping lip products or the buxom lip products, which I don't have any problem with, and those are more of a cooling sensation. This is more of a warming sensation. It's really, really interesting. I actually kind of like it, and it doesn't last for that long, but after you apply it, you'll definitely notice it on your lips. This lip product does have a slight scent to it. I can't quite describe what it is, but it doesn't bother me at all. It is not the traditional grandma L'Oreal lipstick scent. That's why I usually stay away from L'Oreal lip products, but thankfully this does not smell that way. The scent kind of reminds me of the L'Oreal Infallible glossy stain dupes. It's kind of similar to that, but not as strong. So if you're someone like me that's really particular about scents, I don't think you'll have a problem with this one. So my overall rating for this product would be a 4 out of 5. I definitely love this. I love the way that it looks on the lips. It does not emphasize lines. It has a really great texture to it. It feels very comfortable. I really do like the shade selection, and I am tempted to pick up a few more since L'Oreal is 40% off at Rite Aid this week, but I'm gonna try to hold back. My only cons for this product would be that the color does change from the bottle to your lips, which I don't like, because when I'm buying a color, I'm wanting that true color. So that's a bit of a bummer for me, and I wish that it was transfer proof, but I am okay with transfer resistant. So guys, those are my thoughts on some of the new L'Oreal products out in the drugstore now. I would love to know your thoughts if you tried out any of the new L'Oreal products, and please just leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite L'Oreal products in general, because, you know, maybe the shopping bug will get me and I might need to go get something for 40% off. I have a hard time resisting those sales. So thank you all so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.